Alright guys, vlog is done. We did a 17-minute rant. Me leaving. So I was just saying in the vlog that, I just have this weird ass feeling that, this Facebook deal between me and the lady for the Jordans is gonna fall through. I want the shoes, but I just gotta hop on my bike here. I just got a weird ass feeling that it's gonna not go as planned. I don't know why. Because I've had shit show. Oh, did I make that guy leave? Oh, boo fucking who. Because the basketball he was using is over here. So so I got on ranting on about that, with me thinking that it's gonna fucking fall through and so on and so forth. Then I got to talking about the sledge ordeal on the sledge that I bought for my birthday, with my birthday money. And so I was talking about that, because this is my, the day of my birthday. And I messaged the guy, because I seen they dropped the price, down to 600, because I think he's asking 8. And I asked, I was like, would you do, because I asked him if, he was willing to bring it to Green Bay if I give him, the asking price, 600. He's like, yeah. So then, I asked him would 2 o'clock work, because I had some running around to do and all that before I was able to go home. He came back, and asked if 4 o'clock would work. I was like, yeah, that'll work. That'll give me a little bit more time, because I got some stuff I got to do too. So then we agreed on 4 o'clock. Which, okay. I wasn't gonna go to Pit Row, but I'm kind of going through a lot of money right now, so I'm kind of trying to save it. I'm just gonna go this way. So then we agreed on 4. Then it's getting closer to 4, about 3:30, something like that. And he asked if he could, you know, if it was okay if we could push back meeting up till like 5:30. You know, I was like, yeah, you know, and I was, you know, something triggered in my head. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then there's something that triggered in my head that was like, yeah, there's something gonna be fucking going wrong with this deal. You know, I'm starting to you know, get that feeling that starting to get that feeling that something was gonna be wrong. And so I was like, yeah, I just went with it to just see if he was gonna fucking pull through with it. So then, so I went with it. You know, it's because he was falling. You know, he got pushed back because he was helping somebody move. And whatever. So 5:30 hits, and my dad, you know, at this point, you know, my dad's been trying to message with him for an hour. You know, he's been off and on for about an hour with getting responses out of him. And you know, and Dad's told me, give him, you know, he said that he's now on the way. Dad asked what the estimated time of arrival was. You know, but he said ETA. And dude was like, oh, what? You know, like he didn't know what ETA meant. And Dad's, you know, said back estimated time of arrival. Now Dad's getting pissed at this point. Now I was giving the dude the benefit of the doubt, but But then Dad's getting pissed, and then he finally said, you know, then Dad messaged him and said estimated time of arrival. Dad was getting pissed. You know, Dad was getting pissed with it. And finally said 6 minutes. He's like, okay, we gotta go. And Dad said, you're gonna give him till 6 o'clock, I think it was, he said. He's like, okay. Or I was like, okay. And he showed up like 1 minute spare. Then I was like, if he didn't show up by 6, I was gonna tell him, dude, I gotta back out because I got shit to do. I still have shit to do. And you know, blah 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 and whatever. So he ended up showing up, and Dad fucking, you know, and then I was like, oh fuck. Dad's like, what? I said, where's the fucking remote? He's like, it doesn't have the remote. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't have the remote. And then Dad, you know, I'm looking at it. Dad's like, where's the fucking remote? Couldn't find it. What do you mean you couldn't find it?